Tom, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote and wanted to invite you to create a group page and become a trusted source on our voter engagement site, Win My Vote. So I'll show you real quickly. This is the interactive sample ballot on Win My Vote. And the way that it works is that a voter signs up for free, either a social media account or just an email address. They type their zip code in, and that zip code places them in specific voting districts. And if there's any overlap or conflict, we have resources on the sign-up page that the voter can easily find their correct district. But with that, we can create a sample ballot from the national races down through the state races into the districts and counties and even board of supervisors, all the way down to school board races at the lowest level, and then even lower, the BART district and that type of thing. As a voter, what I do is I go up and I click on trusted sources, and these are groups and organizations and individuals that I trust, and I select them as trusted sources, so that when I go back to my ballot and I'm looking through the different candidates, so we'll look at Hillary's profile here. I can watch a video of Hillary Clinton.
I've always been familiar with poverty.
American democracy. This
When the average worker in America have seen their wages and benefits based.
And I can see the latest tweets, and I can also look into some issue statements that the candidate has built out, and I can show you those when we have more time. But these right here are, again, groups and individuals and organizations that I've trusted, that I've selected. So here's the American Federation of Teachers. I can listen to their endorsement of Hillary.
Hi, this is Randi Weingarten, Madam Clinton for President of the United States of America, and to make her our standard bearer in.
And I can say great, and this is kind of a demo ballot, but they'd all be listed here. And then I can go to the next candidate, and I can see theirs, and I can go to the next candidate, and I can see theirs, and I can go through all of these, and then when I decide on a candidate, I can favorite that candidate. So in this demo, I'll do Jill Stein. So I favorite Jill Stein, and when I go back to my ballot, you'll notice that Jill Stein has moved to the front, her nameplate's turned green, and I can also see the percentage of favorites that she has on this ballot, which this is the California ballot. So the way that trusted sources, it's real simple to endorse. So you can create a page real simply for totally free, and then you endorse the same way. So I'll show you a quick example of that. I'll use again, these are just demo groups. Let's see here. I think I built one for so here's Our Revolution. So here is the group page for Our Revolution, and I can, if I want, I can play a little bit about them and see kind of what's going on.
What I believe today is that change never takes place from the top.
And I can see the tweets, and then I can also see issue statements here if they've built them out and they're concentrating on specific issues. But as I'm in sort of the admin mode here, so I'm the admin of this group. So in order for me to make endorsements, I simply click here, make endorsements. If I want to endorse Hillary Clinton, I click the star. It says, do you want to do a written or a video? I say I want to do a video. I would click here, and I would do a cut and paste of the YouTube URL for that endorsement. So this one, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, is the Bernie Sanders endorsement of Hillary Clinton. So let's say I do that, and let's say I also want to endorse some down ballot candidates, maybe a school board candidate here in San Francisco named Ian. So I start typing in Ian, and there he is. I can click that, and I can go through the same process, and for just this demo, we'll just use the same video. And I do that, and I hit publish, and that's it. So then as a voter, I go back here. I'll log myself in as a voter. And on my trusted sources, what I'm going to want to do So I'm going to want to add the R Revolution. And just to let you know that we're actually redesigned this entire page so that it looks much better and it's much easier to organize. But again, I'm just working off a demo here that was the older one. So I've selected them as a trusted source now, the R Revolution. So now when I go to my ballot and I'm looking at the candidates here and I decide to click on Hillary Clinton, I can go over and see that R Revolution has endorsed Hillary Clinton. And when I click on that, I can then see the video.
I have come here to make it as clear as possible as to what...
And I can say, okay, it's clear to me, and I can favorite Hillary Clinton. And now when I go back to the ballot, because of ranked choice voting and some other, people who wanted short lists, I now have two favorites, and I can, change my mind getting closer to the election, or I can just leave it at 1, or I can leave it at 3 and narrow the search down. So there's lots of features that you can do there. And then just to show you one last thing, I can also go through my ballot, and as I'm going down and I'm taking my time, I can look at school board, and I can click on Ian here, and I can see that R Revolution has endorsed Ian, and I can say great. And if they have a video,
I have come here.
If you have a separate video for that candidate, that's great. If not, what you have is the written endorsement would just be right down here if it was a written endorsement. So then that way I could dig down a little bit deeper. And groups and organizations can then reach out to all of their members and say, select this as a trusted source, and then go through your ballot and look for our endorsements. And then I can say, yep, got it, click, he's my guy, and go back. And now, again, he's very easily indicated that he's my favorite. And when I print out my ballot, or when I look at just my favorites, and I can find my polling place, and I can, add this to one of my calendars. I can also double check on important dates. So for example, this is weekend voting at City Hall, which works out perfect because I'm free that Saturday, and I'm going to go down with my cell phone or my tablet, and I'm going to look at when my vote, and I'm going to look at all my favorites, or I'm just going to print out my favorites and head down there and vote. So would love to talk with you a little bit more about the function of trusted sources and how they can work. There's other features. And I'm also doing a demo at a Jill Stein meeting on Thursday, if you were going to be attending that at all. I think it's Jill Stein and Francisco Herrera, and it's going to be a little fundraiser type of thing, but I'm going to have a booth there, so if that works, again, would love to talk with you. Sorry about the long video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.